Ow, ow. Bro, where is this? This is the right channel? Uh... Bro. Why isn't this working? What the? Now it works. Like, I got sick. Bro, I didn't get sick. Who said I got sick? Shout out to you guys. What is up, guys? Wrestling Premiere is here again. What's up? How was your day? Decent, casual, normal. I've been trying to like fix the setup today for the channel. I feel like why I record there, it's because why am I not there right now? It's because I prefer here. It's just there's a better background there. We should use it. Hello. Shout out to you, Cora J, Danny, DKJ, Koshan, TY, Jack Hunter, Wayne, Kwamik. Appreciate all the banger content I've been dropping lately. Hey, there's more coming. WrestleMania 30, Jeff Hardy's TNA title reign in 2012. WrestleMania 31, of course. I'm not sure which one to do next. It might be WrestleMania 30 because that's easy. I'm probably drop a bonus John Cena failed heel turn 2012 thing. So, casual stuff. But as I said, well, I wanted to stream today because I haven't streamed in a while. Number one, and number two, I didn't really like last time stream. Shout out to you guys for joining though. Some of you probably watched the WrestleMania 29 video. Probably enjoyed it. I obviously changed the channel a bit recently. We're working on it. We gotta make it look high class and like big time. Some of it's ghetto. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. Like some of the channel is so goofy and ghetto. Like the presentation. Like I'm standing like this talking. Blah, 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 blah. We gotta fix it. We have to. Also, just to clarify, there's actually a reason why I wear sunglasses in the video. It's not because I'm nervous or anything like that. It's because let me tell you exactly why. I read my scripts, bro. It's well known. I read them, and I don't got a freaking teleprompter. Not because I don't want one. It's because the setup over there doesn't fit a teleprompter. Everything will come in due time. The content will get better. And thank you guys for watching, Thank you guys for watching the content. I got bored recently with it. That's why I changed things up. What's it called? I know I'm yapping, I know. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I got bored with it recently. That's why I changed it up. How you guys been, though? Some of you guys watched SmackDown, Rampage. Actually, Rampage was 2 days ago. What am I saying? Shout out to you guys. Thoughts on Rock's new theme? Good. Didn't he, get the Hollywood theme song, though? Like I was saying, I wanted to stream again. Haven't done in a while. Gonna go on Twitter again. We're gonna do some casual stuff. Decent stuff. What the hell's wrong with this? Wait up. Oh, yeah. Thoughts on SmackDown tonight between the Cody and Roman segment and LA Knight getting arrested tonight by invading AJ Styles' home? That was a good one. That was actually a W segment there. As for Roman Reigns, I seen it on Twitter. I didn't watch the show because I just don't watch the shows. Apparently, he's washed. Apparently, the aura he has is gone, which I've noticed recently. Like, in the build to WrestleMania, and this is obvious as day, Roman Reigns hasn't, stepped up to be, this top opponent, you know what I mean? The 2021 Roman was way, 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 way better. It just doesn't hit the same. As for the LA Knight thing, it was nice. It's pro wrestling. Nice. I gotta go. Good night, yo. Good night, Jack. I hope this Mania lives up to expectations. I hope so, bro. It's just WWE for some reason. On the biggest nights, they tend to falter. We'll see, though. You know, I hope they do. Roma's aura's been destroyed for a while. It's not the same. It's just not. Seth Rollins, if you watch on mute and stuff, feels like a bigger talent than Roman Reigns. Like, he feels like The Rock's henchman. Like, at this point, listen. I don't care. If they actually did Cody Rhodes beats Roman Reigns and then afterwards The Rock, I would not have a single problem with that. I don't care. Like, if The Rock goes in after the match, I challenge you, I would not care. It makes sense. Because The Rock's the real final boss, bro. What's up, Wrestling Commercial? You King Ace. Saw you in the comment section earlier watching the video. You know what I mean, bro? He's just not hitting the same. It's like, what is this? What's wrong? It's WrestleMania. Why aren't you the same guy? You guys watched WrestleMania 29 video? Thoughts on the Copeland and Christian Cage match? Good. I saw parts of it, though. I haven't been watching the TV shows recently in general. Raw, Smack. I haven't been watching much. I saw it was good. Adam Copeland won the TNT Championship, which was nice. And it's good that they end the feud on a high note. Like the last time Roman felt like a genuine final boss was probably either the Mania where he smashed Bryan and Edge at the same time or the Cena match. Listen, bro. Roman was in his element that year. 2021 was his year. He was on fire. It's just now, this is the problem. They expect you to like glaze Roman Reigns just for the fact that he has a long title reign. They're not putting in work like they did. Bro, first of all, let me take off the headphones. They don't care. You have Peacock, yeah. They don't care. And it's like, oh, he's the longest reigning champion. Yeah, we know that. But where's the storylines, boy? It's just stupid, bro. It's just dumb. And to me, it represents, like, laziness. Oh, he's the longest reigning champion, but he doesn't feel like it at the moment. That's the problem. That's the problem with Roman Reigns. It's just, he's not the same. And they have to end it. Simple as that. I feel Rock was taking over more than Roman this year. He has, bro. He's eclipsed him. Rock is the guy. And he's not even a full-time wrestler, bro. It's not. The thing with The Rock is compared to others, he's shined brighter without being the number one guy. He shined so bright. Roman Reigns, not so much. It's just, what is this? Freaking 2016 Roman has more aura than this version. It also looks like we're getting Bianca Belair and Naomi facing the Kabuki Warriors at WrestleMania 40. Yeah, that's what it looks like. I saw Bianca save Bayley from attack. They probably win the titles. That's the first time I ever got a heart from you. You don't post a lot on the comment section of the videos, bro. You don't. I used to see you a long-ass time ago. I remember I used to see you a long-ass time ago. You used to post a lot. Roman is back in his auraless bag. It's just, bro. They don't care. He just does not have the same character. And the problem is, he felt like he had a point to prove back then for his legacy. You know what I mean? Now it's like, oh, like, whatever. Maybe he actually is losing the title and doesn't care as much. Well, who knows? Bro, my hair's messy. It's goofy. You're missing the Undisputed Championship with this shirt. Oh, yeah. Wait, what? No. Here. It's not that one, bro. There it is. Undisputed Championship, Eddie Guerrero. W shirt. Bro, I bought this shirt like 3 years ago. I never wore it before. How you feel about WrestleMania 20 being 20 years ago? Crazy. Like, as a kid, you're like, oh, WrestleMania 21 was like 3 years ago. Now it's 20? Bro, life's crazy. Who knows how things will be in the future. Maybe Roman will still be champion by then. Roman lost his swag once The Rock came around. Rock showed him how to do it. Listen, I'm going to apologize. I'm going to apologize to The Rock. He's not watching this stream, but I apologize for everything. I apologize for everything. He actually came in and did work. Like, this is the most impressive Rock I've seen in general, not just as a wrestler, in movies, in real life, in years. Like, bro, Rock hasn't put in a performance like this since Fast 5, as Luke Hobbs the first time. Fast 5, Faster, Snitch. Long ass time, bro. I haven't seen The Rock like this in a long ass time. W's. The reason why is because I'm busy. Oh, yeah. That's life, bro. Look, looks like we're in Rey Mysterio versus Dominic again, WrestleMania 4, because I guess the LWO versus LDF feud is over. Rey versus Dom 2. I don't think they need to do it now. I'm actually surprised they didn't let Dom get his W against Rey. They're probably going to do it. Any problems when trying to become a wrestler. Hope life's good, bro. We all got our problems. I wonder if the fans will ever accept Roman as a face. I think now they will, to change the scenery. Me personally, I'm going to accept it if, this is the thing, bro. I'm going to tell you this. If Roman actually has more than 3 moves, I'll accept it. I don't care if they have freaking 2018 Roman Reigns all over again. He's not going to stay here for a long time now. He's going to leave. It's not like last time where he was here to stay. This is just a run to appreciate. You know? Better want Bryan and Punk winning their titles or Benoit and Eddie winning their titles? It's Benoit and Eddie, bro. The thing with the latter is the other guy did that incident and stuff like that. You know, Doug's or in the close pool incident and stuff like that. So, and it gets erased a bit. I hope to God The Rock could still go well enough in the ring. I hope so too, bro. I'm not expecting 2002 Rock, but hey, hopefully something is good, you know? I hope so. They sure been wanting Bianca and Damage Control to keep feuding even after almost 2 years. Of course. Every time. It's like Brock and Roman. Except their matches are better. What did I hear this week about WrestleMania? Roman could be accepted as a face. He just needs to keep similar character traits of his Shield work or like something to flip his character to go against heels. Exactly, bro. If he does the exact same thing as Tribal Chief, but like changes it and tweaks it a bit, yeah. He just doesn't need to glaze the fans, you know? Like, bro. Petition for wrestling perks to join Rey Mysterio and the LWO at ringside. Why? Bro, imagine me at ringside there. I look goofy. WrestleMania 10, 20, 30, and 40. The IWC gets their workhorse champion to win the big one. Oh, yeah. Just finishing Music Has Been video. I miss Jim Johnson. Yeah. Thanks for watching that video. That was just an extra video, you know. Low effort video. I know Roman said he has a lot more to do in wrestling, but I think his on and off battle cancer will speed up his transition to Hollywood. I think it's beginning and the end, bro. It really does seem like it. He's after WrestleMania, regardless, he's not gonna be the same. It's just it's one of those things that people are gonna accept. Like, I mean, like, I miss Roman Reigns and stuff like that. You guys know. But I think if he loses at WrestleMania, which is best for everybody, if he loses, what's it called? Yeah, everything changes. Like, we're gonna look at it as a before and after. To keep Legado from interfering. Bro, they'll throw me in the air and I'll have some impressive hang time. I'm waiting for when Cody wins, they book him to go against Karrion Kross. He gets treated like Rollins at one time. Oh, hell nah, bro. Hell nah, bro. Hell nah. Did you hear about Goldberg slamming Asuka's undefeated streak and mispronounced her name? Yeah, I saw that. Why, bro? I didn't like that because, what's it called? There's no point in, like, slamming someone else's undefeated streak and stuff like that. It's just like, whatever, bro. Because Asuka, to me, is probably, not probably, I'm going to say it right now. She's the most talented women's wrestler. Hell, wrestlers in general, top 5 probably in the entire WWE. She's the most talented. And he's out here disrespecting the woman, bro. She accomplished so much in her career just to have Goldberg slamming her, bro. I was getting to call him Goldust. Just dumb, bro. He's doing this random stuff recently, which I don't know why he's doing. He has his legacy already. All is well. Why do you need to complain about this stuff? He was talking about the spear or something like that. We'll check it out on Twitter later. Def Rebels got to go. I'm sick of his changing. Bruh, every week someone gets a new theme song, and it's not recognizable. It took me a while to get used to the Johnny Gargano one, you know? It's not bad. I sent you a video on Twitter, still not calling it X. Bro, no one calls it X. Bro, Twitter's a freaking cesspool recently, bro. It's full of freaking race wars and gender wars, bro. Like, that's what we need right now. In this time of freaking... We got enough problem as it is, and we got freaking race and gender wars. Like, bro, it's crazy. Also, is it me, but I've been really... Also, is it just me, but I've been really liking Rounds' promos less... Yeah, it's good, it's good. Feels like he's been putting a lot of work on the mic lately, but I can't pinpoint why. From what I've seen, it's it's because he's not. He's more serious. He was goofier and stuff like that. Now it feels like he's more driven. Is it wrong that I keep calling Dustin Blue Dust in AEW? Bruh, Blue Dust. I mean, it makes sense. You like Rock's new theme? Nice. I don't know, that felt like a work shoot from Goldberg. It probably did. I gotta see it. I just read it. I read it, and, sometimes you don't get the entire context from reading stuff. It's just Goldberg, as I said, he has his legacy. He doesn't need to slam other people. But if it is a work shoot and stuff like that, what's the end result? What's the end result, bro? What do you think about Jim Cornette? I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I think he plays a character most of the time. Because the YouTube algorithm, you have to say some stuff. That's what I personally believe about Jim Cornette. That's number one. Number two, he's just one of those guys that they're not gonna adapt to this era. He doesn't really like much about freaking AEW, obviously. He likes a little bit more from WWE from what I see. Nah. He's a great historian, though. One of the very best. Great manager. He had a great career, but, the recent stuff, I don't really see much of him. Theory's new theme is weird. Bro, that's everyone, bro. Everyone has a weird-ass theme song nowadays. It's just why? If Cena comes back, I feel like he should be a heel. I don't think so. Thoughts on Mercedes? I think it's nice that she's there. I think they got to go straight to that top, though. Straight to the World Championship. I'm going to cry if Asuka takes another L this Mania. Bro, she does not have a good record at WrestleMania. She's cursed. She's the reverse Undertaker. She's Big Show. You and Rey Mysterio versus Dominic versus Santos. You and Rey Mysterio versus Dominic and Santos. Bro, I'm gonna suffer a freaking whiplash from a clothesline if they drop me with one. Wrestling looks so easy, bro. But once you get it, wrestling looks so easy. You watch Tough Enough, you're like, what the hell? This stuff's so easy. You know this stuff. But once you're in there, everything's gonna be different. It's so weird. I know how to, in my mind, I know how to wrestle. You probably know how to wrestle too. But once you get in there, it's a different story. They make the sequences in the beginning look so easy, but they're hard, bro. What do you think about Jim Cornette and Vince Russo feud? One of the funniest feuds. It's somewhat one-sided, Jim Cornette. But he is right about a lot of stuff, He's actually right about a lot of stuff as it relates to Vince Russo. But it's hilarious. Creed Brothers had a new theme song, and I'm pissed about it, bro. Everyone has a new theme song. Everyone. Would have rather seen Sasha Banks Mercedes return to WWE. I get why, obviously. If you ask me, yeah, because I feel like that's where she's gonna fulfill her full potential. Well, I think she went to AEW because not only the money, there's a better opportunity to be number one there. You know what I mean? Cena don't want to be booed anymore if he turned heel because most of us realize it's nearly the end for him, I think. Yeah. Shout out to you, Josh Power. If John Cena came out in a white suit, a black shirt underneath and stuff like that, and was a heel, I think he'd play the role very well, like Hollywood Cena. I do think there's something good about him never turning heel as a main eventer, but at the same time, you wonder, what if this guy was Hollywood? He would play that. I know for a fact he would have played that role so well. He'd be like a comedy-esque character, you know what I mean? But it is what it is. It would also be weird to boo Randy now, funnily enough, considering the context. They wouldn't boo Orton right now. Hell, I wouldn't boo Randy Orton. Did you hear that MJF has been removed from the AEW roster page and his merchandise has been removed from the AEW shop? I heard about that. I don't think he's going anywhere, though. And it's kind of sad that I'm going to say this right now, but I actually believe that the product itself does not need MJF, quality standpoint. I don't know about the ratings, but the quality standpoint, I'm not going to lie, they don't really need him. People are worried the fans will turn on Cody when he becomes champion. Do you see that happening? Not now, later on. I think people say they're not going to turn on him, but bro, people always get tired. The thing is, I do think sometimes it's messed up, people just turn on people for the sake of it. It happens, bro. But when you see someone like Seth Rollins, who's cool and all, wins the title and they water him down and have him feud with freaking Baron Corbin, you could see why fans get angry. Do you see Sasha Banks moving to Hollywood after her wrestling career? I think, yeah. She's in the Star Wars series, The Mandalorian, I think. she's been in some other stuff. I think she was in a commercial. There's obviously something there, you know. It's just wrestlers, they're wiser if they actually became actors because there's a lot of benefits. It's better. Hollywood Cena would be perfection from a mic and character work standpoint. I know, bro. He would be like this low-key comedy character. I'm telling you. He would be a good-ass character. I'm going to do heel John Cena 2012, the one that never happened video. It's going to be short, obviously, because I'm not going to drag a video on for the sake of it. You guys know me. We'll do that. By the way, setup's going to get better. I got some new lighting in the back in the room. You know, it's going to make a better setup and stuff like that. I know. I read the comments. The posture's goofy. We're working on stuff. Cena should have turned heel around after Money in the Bank or WrestleMania 29. WrestleMania 20. I think if he low blowed The Rock and won, that would have been good. Cody will for sure get turned on after like SummerSlam if he keeps it till then, unless he reinvents it himself. I think they gotta have different arcs with Cody Rhodes, but it's gonna be worth it for the moment, you know. If they turn on him, I'm not gonna be shocked. From my position, as long as he has good matches and delivers consistently, I'm cool with him. You know what I mean? Watching WP live with a blunt after an 8-hour shift hits the move. Love the challenge. Shout out to you, Aaron. Aaron. If he pulls another Hell in a Cell 2020 type performance during his title reign, though he deserves to keep the belt even if he got injured. Yeah, bro. Listen, Cody Rhodes is a company guy, bro. He'll do anything. Who should be world champion after Drew McDonald? CM Punk. I know every time someone touches him, he probably might get injured. But I just want to see that image only once, you know. Like, I think it deserves it. 20 Con still fierce at Jack Perry for costing him CM Punk, but still won't fire him. Bro, CM Punk was their biggest draw. I always look at their ratings every week. Because people always talk about AEW having motion. Then you see the ratings, it's like, oh. But CM Punk was their biggest draw, you know. Like, they shouldn't have let him run away. They really messed up there big time because even though they got freaking Mercedes, Okada, Will Ospreay, they're not bringing in new viewers. CM Punk was a draw, and he still is a draw. It's crazy. I think the reason why people don't watch AEW is because a lot of the bad will they have recently with their stories. And the fact that, like, I think I know one of the reasons why people don't watch AEW as much. It's because the sell is, oh, we got Bryan Danielson against this guy, and it's just random, you know what I mean? Like, I think that's the problem with AEW. Other than that, though, they need more consistency, you know? They need more consistency. Give Bryan Danielson the championship. Do crazy stuff, you know? I wish them the best, obviously, because, you know, wrestling company, and when they're great, I really get into it. Punk can still go for another 4 or 5 years if his body doesn't quit on him. Hopefully, bro. Because he's gotten injured like 2 or 3 times recently. It's not good. Last time around, Drew dropped him with the future shock. It was bad. Mercedes a draw for the woman, but CM Punk was on another level. CM Punk is like CM Punk will increase anyone's business. If he came to my channel, I'd get a lot of views. If CM Punk doesn't finish the story, then Quantavious' soul will be unsealed. Oh, hell no, bro. Come on. Roman Reigns on Pat McAfee show basically said his legacy is better than John Cena. Yeah, okay. Listen, bro. They had to shove him down our throats to get you to acknowledge him. And even then, even though Roman Reigns has one of the biggest title reigns in wrestling history, I can't rate him as an all-timer. I'm not even going to lie to you guys. Roman Reigns will be an all-timer when his career's over, but he's not an all-timer as the guys they make him out to be. Like, Mick Foley only had 3 title reigns. Yet his legacy is, like, out of this world. What I'm trying to tell you is, title reigns don't matter. Like, at the end, Roman Reigns most likely will be ranked above Mick Foley and stuff like that. I mean, you could say he is, but they can't use the title reign to sell you on that. AEW doesn't have wrestlers that make people buy tickets like WWE has. It's also the fact that WWE has, like, this image about it. Like, we're established. You know what I mean? And not only that, I miss old AEW, bro. Like, when I think about it, I like the All Elite Wrestling that didn't need all those guys. They had Cody, the Elite, Chris Jericho when he used to be consistent, Hangman, Omega, the Bucks. I really like the era of AEW a lot. That's my favorite era. They didn't need any of the guys, you know. They didn't need anyone, but they put on shows. Like the roster wasn't even that big. The only guys they had that were outside were Miro and not Andrade. It was before that. Roman not even top 5, bro. He's not even top 10, bro. If I say he's top 10, that's a lie. Curly gear, bro. I told you I'm gonna get a different cut. I'm gonna go back to my old look, bro. We're going back to the old look. Predictions for City versus Madrid. Okay, City versus Madrid. City and Madrid is home. Is in Manchester first leg, right? 2-1. Second leg, Madrid wins. I'm telling you, Madrid's gonna advance this round. I don't think they're gonna get to the final, but they're gonna advance. Got that same shirt, nice, bro, nice. Other than that, I think it's gonna be PSG. It's gonna be PSG. Arsenal, not Bayern Munich. I'm going to be biased, obviously, Dortmund and Real Madrid. I think that's going to be the semifinal. I think Dortmund's going to advance. You remember Kenzo Suzuki's time 2004? Bro, it was short. AEW's only draw is Sheldon Cooper. Damn, bro. I always hear that. It's just they're focused on, like, boom. You need more consistency. I used to watch the show when there wasn't, like, not big. There was Cody, there was those guys, but there was this charm with the show back then. You know what I mean? There was a certain allure about it that I really loved. I'm glad I watched it back then. I liked it more, you know. Before CM Punk, before Bryan Danielson, before all of that, like that was my favorite era. I do wish they kept it going on like they used to, because they had a nice formula, you know. Like obviously there's some stuff about it, but like. It was good. Would you have Rikishi as a special guest referee for Jimmy Uso versus Jey Uso at WrestleMania 40? Oh, yeah. They have to involve him, right? They have to. He's their father. They have to involve him even in a segment. When Punk retires, to see a Hall of Fame lock? Of course, bro. He'll even main event his class. Roman's all-time great heel, but not overall wrestler. His big dog run was... yeah, bro. You got Swerve Strickland beating Samoa Joe at AEW Dynasty WP? Yeah. Swerve winning. You versus Brock Lesnar in MMA rules match. I'll do it. I'll do it, bro. It might be my funeral, but it is what it is. If Cody or Seth or Punk don't win, hope he doesn't piss on me. If Cody or Seth or Punk don't win at WrestleMania 40 and then win on Raw the next time, he's so beyond. Oh, hell no, bro. That's crazy. Roman is just hyped because of his run. Let's not forget his mic skills are poor. Nah, he's shown good mic skills, but like, listen, bro. They've gave him chance after chance to get to that point, and only until the fans truly didn't care, then they gave him the heel turn. He showed evidence of how good he is, but let's be honest. During his generation, there was more talented wrestlers. There's literally his own Shield member, Seth Rollins. I thought Dean Ambrose was the best one in the beginning, because he had this leadership quality about him, but WWE didn't like push him like that, unfortunately. He's doing well, you know, Jon Moxley. I never watched AEW. How Sting's fun in AEW was noble. He was good. He had a good run. They respected him a lot. It's because they fell into the hype of big names. WCW Part 2. Wait up, I'll be back. So what was I saying? WCW, they lost the feel, bro. They lost that charm about them, bro. Like, I used to watch every week. I don't watch Raw or SmackDown now, but like AEW was simple to watch. Should Rhea retain WrestleMania 40? Yeah. I don't think she should lose with freaking Becky Lynch. Fight Prime Undertaker. Yeah, bro. I'm fighting Prime Undertaker, bro. I'm gonna get that cash. I'm gonna get that cash and actually get a good setup. Not the setup here. I'm talking about the video. The other setup. Rhea losing to Becky would be a L. That'd be goofy. Like, I think Rhea should lose to Bianca Belair later, not freaking Becky Lynch. Seth is a ringmaster. Yeah, bro. Peak Seth Rollins 2015 though. 2015 Seth Rollins, bro. Goated. Whenever I think about that version of Seth Rollins, it makes me sad that he'll never reach that level again. There was a certain like arrogance and confidence about him, and every time he'd go in there, he'd deliver, bro. Like you guys know about 2015 Seth Rollins, special. You know that Vince meme with the tears? He was special about Andre. That's the one. Which was worse for Asuka losing her streak to Charlotte or her storyline with Carmella and James Ellsworth? I think the streak wasn't bad in losing it, but like she should have won there. I don't understand why they didn't have her freaking win. Like she should have. I think she should have won at WrestleMania to prove like, hey, I'm a big ass talent. She's a big ass talent and all that, but like she could have been bigger. Old AEW had some great rivals such as Kenny Omega versus Pac, John Moxley, Kenny Omega, Cody Rhodes versus Dustin Rhodes, Young Bucks versus Lucha Bros, Thunder Rose versus Britt Baker. Yeah, bro, there was I really liked it because it was so easy to like understand stuff. Now there's a lot of shows. It was so simple, you know. Seth versus Cena in 2015 is a match I'll never forget. That's my favorite WWE match of the 10s, bro. I don't care. Oh, ending sucks. Yeah, it sucks, but it doesn't take away from that match. Bianca Belair needs a heel turn. She probably will do one. Do you agree with the U.S. title triple threat match, or should have been LA Knight and Logan at Mania? I think it should have been LA Knight and Logan Paul, not gonna lie. But that would leave Randy Orton out of there. That's the problem. What's your favorite match of all time? John Cena versus Edge Unforgiven 06. That's my favorite match of all time. Goated match, bro. That's always the match. Other than that, it's hard to give you like other matches. Street Fight, Shane and Kurt Angle. Yeah, I love that match. Which pay-per-view would you bring back? In what way? Unforgiven? I don't know. Charlotte easily the most pushed women's wrestler ever. I don't know if anyone else comes close. Yeah, she's pushed. They used to push her all the time. I think they push her a lot because she has this like athlete star status about her. You know what I mean? I think that's why they push her. Like Charlotte, I feel like if wrestling was real, I don't know how to describe it, but like Charlotte, she fits the bill. You know what I mean? Like if I don't know how to describe it, it's too complicated. Braun Breaker U.S. champ by 2025. I think this year he's gonna come in and go crazy. Shawn vs. Taker WrestleMania 25, great match. Better match: Eddie Guerrero versus Brock Lesnar or Punk versus Cena in 2011. CM Punk versus John Cena. That's the match. If you're like, why? I'm gonna give you some reasons. The build to Money in the Bank 2011 was unprecedented. Like I remember it very well. I remember I was so confused with the match because it's like, is this real or not? Because I remember they were like, oh, we suspended CM Punk for the pipe bomb thing. And that promo was crazy because he sat down, he's talking, and it really stood out. Now everyone wants to be like CM Punk and it doesn't work. When do you think Priest is going to cash in? Rose taking longer than Randy Orton's 2009 entrance? Bro, that guy's never cashing in. Time's going to expire, he's going to act shocked like he never had a million opportunities, and that's it. But in all seriousness, he'll probably cash in the night after WrestleMania. They're gonna add, they're probably gonna add some flavor to this. I hope so. We'll see. But like, bro, why give him the briefcase if he's not gonna do well with it? It's so stupid, and it ruins the concept of Money in the Bank. If wrestling was real, Ronda and Brock would be champs forever. Yeah. If wrestling was real, Ronda Rousey would be champion. Brock, Bobby Lashley, Mark Henry's not around anymore. Brock and Bobby Lashley would be dominating right now. Would you rather watch WrestleMania 36 with no crowd or watch December to Dismember? WrestleMania 36, bro. WrestleMania 36, even though it was kind of depressing, was actually a decent show. Like, bro, everyone was depressed because of Corona and stuff. Like, you can't go outside. I didn't go outside for 2 months, by the way. But it wasn't a bad show. It was actually good. Like, they actually entertained us. It was weird, though. Like, I remember the Firefly Funhouse match, and I didn't understand what it was. But then it happened, and it was like a freaking mind trip. It's like, what the hell is this? What is this? It was so crazy, though. WrestleMania 36, even though, like, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, a lot of people, lockdown time was bad for them, but it was actually a great time for me. I'm not gonna lie. Not because I stayed at home, because we actually went out later on and stuff like that, but it was a great summer for me. Would you rather take a chop from Gunther or take a chop from Big Show? Gunther, bro. You're already gonna get a beating anyways. Take the worst one at that point, right? Slightly worse one. Priest honestly should just fail his cash in because him being anything more than U.S. champ would be dumb. Listen, bro, I'm gonna tell you. I actually thought, oh, it's right that they made him Money in the Bank, but he hasn't done anything since then. What the hell's wrong with the creative? Like LA Knight should have won it in the beginning, because at least he would have star power about him if he won. I almost died back in 2020. Damn, bro. Like I said, a lot of people, it was a tough year for them. For me, it was actually one of my best ones recently. I'm not gonna lie. WrestleMania 36 was one of them. That show was weird. It was just so strange. You still have hope for Austin Theory to have a major belt in the WWE? Not at the moment. Face turn. He's got to go with a face turn. And if you're like, why face turn? Because you got to switch it up, bro. You know? You can't be doing the same thing. I mean, I got bored doing the same thing. What about him on a higher level? He's going to get bored. They're going to get bored too. WWE botched the summer of Punk should have led to Punk defending it in other promotions and then led to Punk versus Triple H at Mania 28 with Punk as a face and Triple H as a heel. Exactly. You got it correct, bro. I don't understand why WrestleMania 28 was Undertaker versus Triple H. Great story. Great match. I think even if Triple H and CM Punk happened, that the Undertaker match would have been better. But why would the COO Triple H, why would they cancel a story with him and CM Punk? That's the one that made the most sense. Oh, I got to get the shovel. This guy literally came out of retirement just to beat him. He didn't beat him clean or anything. But why? What's the point? And he went back to retirement later. It should have been, like the John Laurinaitis thing, it should have been freaking Triple H. It just doesn't make sense the way they went about it. We could have done, the Bray Wyatt thing I'm going to get to in a moment. You have a big story anyways, why not just do it? It's strange. I was going to say something about it, but I forgot. Well, it's not yet. Did you get WWE 2K24? Yeah, I did. Good game. I just haven't been playing it much recently because I'm working. You know, we're busy. Dirty Dom IC Champion 2025. Depends on who's champion. But yeah, I'm going to guess. That's when I picked wrestling back up. Empty arenas. Remember Matt Riddle randomly debuted? But it was a blessing I survived and found your channel, WP. Yeah, that was a good time. For me, not for you. Sorry. I didn't mean like that. You're going to check out the Bray Wyatt documentary on April 1st. I can't lie. It's probably going too hard for me to watch the documentary in its entirety. Yeah, it's going to be tough. What's it called? They're gonna do good by him though. You know, WWE, they're gonna do good by Bray Wyatt. R.I.P. to him. It's just so weird. I was like playing 2K24 yesterday or something. There's music, the Fiend music played, and I'm like, damn, he actually died. It's just so weird to me how he died. I just almost can't comprehend it because he was an active member of the roster. It's just so weird. R.I.P. though. Brock Lesnar, Triple H, John Cena. Which reign of terror was worse? Triple H, because he had the position of power. It's messed up. John Cena was making the money, and Brock Lesnar was making the money, even though the ratings were dropping and stuff. Just they weren't in positions of power. Although Brock might have been. You got a chance to revive Eddie Guerrero for one match. Who would you pick for him to wrestle? Right now? You're talking right now? You have to go with the best potential match, you know? I'd choose Will Ospreay. I'm not even going to lie to you. I'd literally choose Will Ospreay because if Roman Reigns wrestles him, it's going to be underwhelming, especially if it's Roman of today, not of 2021. That version of him for sure would have been great. But I choose Will Ospreay because I think that'd be the best potential. Hell, you could even choose Rey Mysterio again, but I wouldn't do that. If Punk stayed in 2014, what would he be done after beating Triple H at WrestleMania 30? If I had to guess, I think he would have turned heel. Yeah. I think he would have turned heel and feuded with Dan O'Brien. I think that's the one. It almost doesn't make sense, but at the same time, it does sound like something they would do. They'd have them feud after WrestleMania. Yeah, I'd guess that. Triple H should have walked to the ring with a shovel. He should have started doing that. He comes out with the sledgehammer stuff. I like that pick. Yeah, yeah. I just think Will Ospreay has the best potential if you're talking 2024. You know what I mean? He's on fire right now. Uh, I bought the White Lantern to honor my goat, my fellow Firefly. W. I'll never forget SummerSlam 2019, bro. No exaggeration. I'll never forget that event. Like, all I was thinking about after that show was The Fiend. It was so weird to me. I was like, what the hell is this? It weirded me out in a good way. I remember. I watched SummerSlam the day after, you know? I watched it, Finn Balor got destroyed. Bro, that's still one of Seth Rollins' finest performances. Um, What's up, bro, man? I was just playing Xbox 360 2K15. It's such a gem. I swear, is 2K24 any good? I think it's good, but if you played 23 and 22, it's kind of a bit of the same. There's just some small additions there. 2K15 on the Xbox was actually better than the PS4 one, which is crazy. Dom versus Eddie also. Eddie versus Roman would be a fun story, especially with the history of the wrestling families. Yeah, but Roman hasn't had great performances recently. It's just that Roman of 2021, we're latching onto it because we know how good he was. You know what I mean? I was stuck with having to watch Triple H's Reign of Terror on Raw because I couldn't watch SmackDown back in 2003-05. It used to be the opposite. Like, as a kid, if you didn't have cable, you would watch freaking SmackDown. There was a time I was watching only SmackDown. I remember it'd be a surprise when John Cena or Shawn Michaels came up. It's crazy. But Batista and Undertaker held it down, you know, on UPN and the CW. Eddie, not gonna lie, should stream WrestleMania 40 watch party. I actually did think about that, but like, I don't think I'm gonna do it. You know why? Because of the fact that I need to make a video. You know, I had to make a video, and it'll deviate away from that. Roddy Ricch or Lil Baby, bro. Roddy Ricch had motion, like, bro. It's so crazy how things went with him. He's capable of a lot. Showcase is so bad, yeah. Showcase is so dry. Wait up. Bro, Showcase is horrible. Showcase is a scam. It's a sham. It's a scam. It's everything. I used to watch Raw on the Smash channel for free. Oh yeah, bro, the Spanish Sunday. I think it was on Daily Novo, or I don't even know. Do I know Spanish? No, I only know some words. I mean, if I had to rank Spanish, it'd probably be my third most knowledgeable languages, but I'm not that good at it. I used to watch Raw in there 2008-9 time period when John Cena used to wear the blue hustle, loyalty, respect, and legacy Randy Orton. Jokic for MVP? Yeah. My personal favorite show for every ECW One Night Stand 05. That Mike Awesome match is one of the best matches I've watched, hands down, bro. Masato Tanaka, poor guy, was obliterated during that match. He was like a freaking one of those 0 overall AIs, bro. It was horrible. That match was crazy. WP, have you seen the Qui-On Set documentary on Dan Shine with Drake and Josh scandals and stuff with Drake Bell? I read up about it. I didn't watch it yet. Probably gonna watch it later this week. It goes to show you how things are weird in Hollywood as always. You know? It's crazy. Crazy Roman got cheered at Royal Rumble 2014, then booed in 2015. Yeah. Thoughts on Jadon Sancho for Dortmund so far? He's good. I do. If you ask me where they spend the money, I'd prefer the left back Ian Metzen though. But Sancho's been good. I hope we actually make the semifinal. If we make the semifinal and end Leverkusen's streak, that'll be a big ass W. But I'm not sure we're gonna do either of them. Return of the Slam is it's Kathy Kelly and Big E, right? Imagine if Punk versus Cena versus Rock was a triple threat and Cena turned heel by having Triple H's help to beat Punk and Cena forming the Authority. How would it have blown the internet? Would have been crazy, bro. Imagine CM Punk selling out, bro. That would be insane. Why the hell do I got 7 notifications, bro? Such a lunatic and a hater, bro. What the hell? L spam. What was I talking about? What was I talking about? Oh yeah. Where's the heel sunglasses, bro? I use them to read the script. It's not some goofy character. I know it looks goofy at the moment. It's just I don't have a good. It's not. I don't read the scripts here. Obviously, I read them in the room and stuff like that. I can't use the teleprompter there, so I have to wear glasses. I don't want to ruin the quality of the video. Heel sunglasses. That tells me the sentiment you guys have. Not why I don't want to wear them. I can't get into my GM for the recent WWE 2K. I don't know what it is. I think it's because it's a bit complicated. Imagine the Vince McMahon allegations for trolling that down. Oh my god. Bro. That guy is one of the devil incarnates, but the crazy part is, let me tell you something. The crazy part is that's probably not even the worst thing out there. There's more. Like, bro, this world is so dark. It's darker than you think. We see stuff as it is. We see so many tragedies and stuff going on in the world, but there's more to it, bro. There's always more to it. If this is what's shown, what's hidden? How much did Roman's heel turn save his career? A lot. A lot. He was already a main eventer and stuff, but he was a failed main eventer. Like, it took the fans so long to actually accept him. So damn long. 2008-09, Jeff was my childhood. Goated, man. Bro, Jeff Hardy, 2008 was so damn good. I'll never forget the title celebration. They didn't trust him, though. The guy, they never trusted him. If he was clean, man, everything would be different about the company in general. CM Punk's run would be different. John Cena's run would be different. Everything. But they didn't trust him. You know what I mean? Love the shirt, bro. Thanks. Ronda dissing WWE. I saw it. She doesn't like Vince. Someone made a joke how she doesn't like Vince but loves Dana White. But people compare Dana White to Vince. They're not exactly the same, like the stuff they do. They do have that like businessman vibe about them, where they won't spend more than they should and stuff like that, but they're not the same. What else? Tomorrow Collision. What videos do you guys want to see? I haven't asked you guys this in a while. What videos do you guys want to see on the channel? Hardy's at the ladder match at WrestleMania 40? Bro, I heard people talking about that. That's kind of crazy. He said Spanish is first language, second. I'm from Morocco, right? We have a broken ass language. It's a mixture of Arabic and Spanish and French. It's called Darija. That's the second one. Would Tough Enough video coming? Oh, you guys want that? Dana White smacks around his wife. Yeah, that's what he does. Dana White's a normal comparison compared to Vince. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's wild what he did. It's crazy. I think she touched him or something, but he did it anyways, which I thought was kind of stupid because you're, like, in a position, you're, like, a public figure. So it's like, what are you doing? But then you hear about Vince McMahon, it's like, bro, this isn't a whole other stratosphere. But we're not trying to compare people at the moment. I'm still waiting for the guest host era video. Oh, yeah. I just forget to finish it. Adam Cole NXT title reign. That'll be an Undisputed Era video. I love Undisputed Era. I still have my personal thumbnail. Not my personal thumbnail. My personal account and the profile on YouTube is still on the Undisputed Era image. From where I'm from Morocco. Moroccan. Orlando Jordan short-lived run. Bro, that video will be easy. That video will end quick. You know what I mean? The timeline of NXT Black and Gold. That's a super kick video. We could do a different version of it, though. I want to do the not the day WWE, the day WWE went PG, yeah. We should do that. I just want to know how to make it. Write it down. Title reigns no one asked for. Jack Swagger's push that never worked out in general. We'll talk about his career, things that never worked out. How do you feel about Brahim Diaz to Morocco national team? Bro, Brahim Diaz is fine, bro. Thank God. Me personally, I'm very glad that he actually joined the national team. I don't think we're actually going to accomplish anything because, underachieving, overrated and stuff. But it's nice to have him on there, It's nice. Bring back the why he didn't become a main eventer. Yeah, Jack Swagger's the next one. I'm going to do it before the end of the month. Kofi Mania is another one. Invasion Era. that'll be a long one. Tommaso Ciampa NXT title reign 2018. Should do Elijah Burke. I did Elijah Burke's faction, the New Breed. Why did Vince not have a lot of face and talent like Bryan, Punk, and the Shield guys? Because they're small, bro. You notice the one that got pushed the hardest? What do you look like? He's the biggest one, Roman Reigns. Marcus Corvan. If we do that, we're gonna do his TNA run too. We can't just be doing the ECW run, because the ECW run is not that long. Ever do a long video on the tag teams from Raw and SmackDown and 2002, 2004 and Cruiserweight one? I did Cruiserweight video a year ago. I thought Jack Swagger had potential in a weird way. Kinda. You know, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I'm gonna give you my true opinion. There was something there with him, but it's not a big deal. You know what I mean? I don't know how to explain it, but in order for his World Championship reign to work, he had to be his original character, and he had to. I'm not gonna lie, he had to be goofy. Even though it was a world title reign, he had to be more goofy than he was. TNA, WCW, or ROH? WCW. You should do Bobby Lashley's first run. TNA World Championship reign. When Bret Hart returned 2010, yeah, that's always the one I want to make. I just never get to it. NXT season 2 to 4. Oh yeah, but we got a lot of video ideas. You know, we got a lot of stuff. I'm gonna go on Twitter right now, check some stuff out. Come on. Other than that, I write down a lot of the ideas, but sometimes I just don't want to make said video. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's the timing. Sometimes I want to make a longer one. It always depends on the day, you know? The rest of my 29 videos doing decent, you know? Not bad. Bruh. The Rock Nation run. Oh yeah. But like I said, I meant you should do Bobby Lashley Ruthless Aggression. Yeah, I hear you. It's just, what's it called? As I said, I got bored 2 months ago. You know, style of the videos got bored. There was a point in time I remember I was so uninterested in making a video. I was busy doing other stuff. Like, I'd make a freaking... I remember I made a couple of freaking Fast and Furious edits. I made freaking Fast and Furious edits. I spent like 2 hours on them. And I wasn't making money from that. I wasn't getting views or anything like that. But I had more interest in that. And I was like so upset. I was like, what the hell is wrong at the moment? I didn't really like it at the time. So I had to do a lot of changing, you know. I wasn't really happy. Where you get your clips of wrestling from the network. I wanted to add more clips. That's why I changed the style. It just annoyed me. Oh yeah, the Cruiserweight one was a year ago. How about RVD in 2002 to 2003? RVD 2001. That's the one. I'm just confused about how to write it. That's the thing. You know what I mean? I want to write it down, but I don't know how to write it. I want to start it from ECW. Remember Zach got hot, but then the feud with John Cena was never the same? Yeah, I remember that. The feud with Cody and Ted DiBiase Jr. I kind of made a video on that. Go watch the Ted DiBiase Jr. video. You know what I mean? What was I talking about? Oh yeah, ECW One Night Stand. Couple of months. Let's go on Twitter, bro. Can't be looking at the same thing. RVD 2013, that's another one. But like I said, I'm not going to announce no next video, none of that. When it comes down to it, whatever the video is, that's the video. Simple as that. Okay. Did WWE botch Sasha Banks' face run? I always thought she should have beaten Charlotte in their feud in 2016. Bro, they always push Charlotte. Ultimate Warrior, I always thought about making a video about him and Savage, but we just never got to it because we're trying to do other stuff. Because for some reason, old videos don't appeal. And they don't push it to other people that get interested in it. It's just strange. Not saying the segment was bad, but I expected more to get some attention onto Roman and Cody than Rock and Cody. The message was right, but kind of didn't land exactly. That's because the real final boss is The Rock. That's why. The Rock is the real final boss here. You're not doing WWE 2K24 review? I'm going to do it in like 2 weeks. Not now. Drake helps W. What the hell? Can I make it today? Said 5-star matches should be handed out like candy. Facts. A 5-star match is supposed to be perfect. Like, it's just so weird how 5-star matches are thrown around nowadays. Bro, I hate that meme. Message. Kendrick and Jigger beef. I didn't listen. I don't listen to anything at the moment. PK. Jade Cargill's coming next week. She's coming next week. And what's it called? She's probably gonna have a squash match at WrestleMania. We'll see. People out here calling EO boring. Bro, we got to that point already. You guys saw this? AJ Styles, LA Knight getting arrested. Austin and Cena could be run-ins during the Bloodline Rules match. Taker could chill on the back. Bro, come on. Why are we saying this about the Undertaker? You sound like Nico. Which Nico? Nico Bellic? I don't, bro. They gotta bring in The Rock. They gotta bring in Stone Cold though. Is Rusev and Lana divorced? I heard about that. Bro, this timeline's not good. Timeline's too bad. Yo, it's good premiere. What up? Favorite pay-per-view? Unforgiven 2006. Yes. CM Punk. Do you guys see this? One of you guys mentioned it earlier. According to Perry, he didn't hear from AEW head Tony Khan for 2 months following All In at London's Wembley Stadium. Perry said he never texted to say he was sorry and told Khan's lawyers he would not initiate first contact. Khan finally set up an in-person meeting before Full Gear in Los Angeles where they discussed plans to bring him back last December. However, after Punk returned to WWE at Survivor Series, those plans were scrapped. Okay. You go, Robin. Bentner. Bro, I haven't heard that name in so long. Roman Bell is secretly Roman Reigns. Glory, Man United. Triple H home invasion, what was he go? Facts. Like, look at this. This is great. This is a W. They actually did something new for once. LA Knight. That's just W. Favorite WWE 2006. We got Generation, you know. Bro, she actually came, man. Pound Town. Got another Pound Town.
You people work and decide things for you. I don't come to where this guy works and tell him when the fries are done.
Oh.
I don't come to where this chick works and tell her what street corner to stand on.
Bro. Every football fan wishes it never happened. Facts. Match of the year contenders: Bad Bunny versus Damian Priest, Roman Reigns versus Sami Zayn, Gunther versus Chad Gable. They're missing the triple threat match. Huh? They're literally missing this. Why? Strange. Timeline Shambolic. Charles Oliveira. Yeah, I'm not liking. Bad Bunny had a good match though. Bro should change his address, getting jumped by Samoa Joe and LA Knight. AJ Styles had the headband down like a soccer mom. He was ready to go to sleep, bro. He was literally prepared to go to sleep by the looks of it. Wait up. So, one of you guys sent me a message. Top 100 worst gimmicks ever. Wait up. Bro, this video is too long, bro. Just wait up. I would play 2K24, but I don't feel like I'm not gonna lie. Bro, yeah, I read that. Wait up. Nah, I don't like these quizzes. Hell no. Yeah, I don't like these quizzes, no. go on YouTube. What do you guys want to watch? Oh yeah, you guys saw this? Dom. They got freaking Dom interfered during a Ray's match. Check. WWE returns that flopped. Maybe we should watch that. You planning any year reviews? Yeah, WWE 2005 and 2014. Those are the ones. The recommendations here are not that good. And this is the thing about YouTube, I'm going to tell you guys right now. Recommendations are absolutely horrible. They're so bad. They're just so bad, bro. Why? The recommendations, they try to make you stick on the on the website for as long as possible, but they're not good. Like, stuff from here I haven't seen in months, it still pops up. It's so bad. Then again, I don't go on this channel, but my personal page, same thing. It's just repetitive. Wrestling gimmick video? Bro, that's too long, bro. Can't watch it. We need to diversify at the moment. I would watch it, but like, bro. How bad was WrestleMania 32? Where is it? 10 catastrophic flops. That's a year ago, though. How bad was WrestleMania 32? Remember Rock coming out with the flamethrower and doing this? That was funny. Alright, I'm going to watch how bad was WrestleMania 32. Okay? I'm not going to make a WrestleMania 32 video. WWE Worst Year 2018. I hate 2018. Favorite WrestleMania 22. 22 is goated. Alright, let's watch this.
WrestleMania 32 was one of the most confusing,
this is wrestling.
Overwhelming, unnecessarily long. What the hell were they thinking WrestleManias of all time?
Yeah, bro. Listen. If you watch this show back in 2016, right? It's so stupid. The biggest WrestleMania, but everyone got injured. It was cursed, number one, and they didn't even do a great job in fixing it.
And the worst part is, it all could have been avoided. When WrestleMania 31 went off the air in 2015,
well, go to WrestleMania.
The moment the show was over, it was instantly cemented as one of the best WrestleManias of all time. It was the night where the company reassured the fans that even if the card wasn't looking the best, even if fans weren't too excited for a particular mania, that against all odds, the WWE could still deliver and drop a classic. And in true wrestling fashion, it took just 1 year to erase all of that goodwill. WrestleMania 32 to this day, 8 years later, is one of the most infamous manias of all time. This was a show that genuinely seemed cursed, a show that felt like a higher power out there did not want to see succeed. This was supposed to be the biggest WrestleMania of all time. 100,000 people in AT&T Stadium were supposed to get magic. What everyone remembers about this mania is that this was the one where in the build up towards it, the entire main event scene got squad wiped. Sting got...
Alright. You guys remember this? We need to go and collect my video. I don't know. I was supposed to do it in WrestleMania 27 like a year ago, but eventually. Bro, this WrestleMania was cursed with injuries. You guys remember? I watched this while I was in the hospital back in 2016. I cried after it ended. Why? Because the show was that bad?
Got injured, Randy Orton got injured, Seth Rollins got injured, John Cena got injured, Bryan was out, Bray Wyatt wasn't even going to wrestle, and even The Rock, who was penciled down for this mania all the way back in 2014, even he was ruled out in December. What was supposed to be the biggest mania of all time became the most cursed mania of all time. But when I think of this mania, it's not the injuries that I think of, it's not the matches we missed out on, it's the fact that the company was still able to put together a pretty solid WrestleMania card despite all of the hiccups. And then they proceeded to do everything they could to make it flop. Mania 31 was the perfect example of doing whatever you could to make a mania feel special. 32 on the other hand was a perfect example of doing whatever you could do to sabotage it. I went back and I watched this for the first time in 8 years, and to this day it is the most confusing mania I've ever seen in my life. What this company did on this night was a travesty, and well, it's time to revisit it. It's time to take a look back at one of the most infamous manias of all time. How bad was WrestleMania 32 really? Let's find out. The show begins and Cowboy Stadium is packed, pyro goes off, and there was a...
I'm gonna tell you the problem with this show. It was hyped up to be the best WrestleMania of all time and the biggest. Simple as that. And not only that, they were hell bent on fixing like the Roman Reigns face run, that they kind of forgot what they had in front of them. You know what I mean? WrestleMania 22 was pretty stacked too. Yeah.
There's a lot of excitement for this show, and what helped was that the first match was awesome. Just like the year before, a ladder match for the IC title opened up Mania, featuring the Mania debuts of Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. This match was 15 minutes of a human demolition derby, and honestly, I'm surprised that Kevin Owens was not paralyzed after this. That is an insane bump to take. But what made this match special wasn't the crazy bumps, obviously they were cool, but it was a decision to have Zack Ryder, of all people, win the IC title. This was such a surprise at the time, and such an unexpected moment, but it was one that the people really loved, and it was a genuine feel-good wrestling moment. The man who had been a jobber for basically his whole career at this point, despite being really popular, won a title at Mania in a ladder match, got to jump off a ladder like he was Macho Man Randy Savage to do an elbow, celebrated with his dad in front of 100,000 people.
Bro, this is a good moment.
Really hard to find a better way to open up a Mania than
it really
this.
was.
He loses the title the next night.
Yeah, we don't talk about that.
Oh, okay. Weird, but at least he got his moment here, right? The momentum kept on going because the next match was the Mania debut of AJ Styles against Chris Jericho. AJ Styles finally on the grand stage was an amazing thing to see, especially as someone who grew up watching this man tear down the Impact Zone in front of like 900 people for years. It was great to see him on the WrestleMania stage, and this was basically a spotlight match for AJ, the newcomer who was going straight to the main event scene after this, getting a nice match at Mania to show off his skills against a legend, a veteran who is known for putting people over. And it was a really good match, really fun. AJ was super over. And Chris Jericho.
Bro, how do you win this?
Won. Okay. Everyone go.
Good match. No, I'm not gonna lie. It was actually good. I haven't seen it in like 8 years since WrestleMania 32 happened. It was a good match, but they always have to test the new guy. Oh, we gotta catch them. Most iconic wrestling gears. I don't know. Maybe as a bonus video. They always have to test the new guy. Oh, you're going to do this. You're going to lose. Whatever. You should have won here. I know he won beforehand. But everyone remembers WrestleMania more than the other women matches like Fastlane. Also, he forgot to mention something. Welcome to My House, the Florida song. I fit the vibe. Remember? WrestleMania 32, Florida, My House. Rock Ambrose feud was random. Kind of. It wasn't that random. Crazy thing is, after this bad Mania 2016 year was better for SmackDown for the most part. Yeah.
Going into this, thought Styles was going to win this, and in theory, he should have. He was the one who ended up main eventing 2 pay-per-views after this. He was looking to get his first signature pay-per-view win in the company,
too bad,
but he didn't. And this is the thing. In the grand scheme of things, it doesn't really matter, right? It's fine. Jericho won. AJ lost. Both were fine going forward. AJ wanted to become champion in no time. The loss didn't really hurt him, and AJ did pin Jericho the next night on Raw. Because apparently Raw is more important than Mania. But the reason why this is important is because as the night goes on, as WrestleMania goes on, you're going to see a stupid-ass pattern forming, and it all begins here. But whatever, we had 2 great matches. So far, so good. Can't complain. The next match of the night was the New Day versus the League of Nations. And going into this match, the New Day was really popular.
Zack Ryder IC title run video? I'll literally record it right now if you want. Huh?
Off at this time, the New Day had just become faces, and every week we're getting cheered louder and louder. I mean, just look at their entrance. Rest in peace, Akira Toriyama. These guys were killing it, and they were taking on probably the most useless faction in wrestling.
Ah, bro, my eyes, bro. These guys were so horrible. All of them, even Del Rio. He would be better off by himself. It was so bad. The reason why I hate this, if you for football, soccer or football terms, they presented them as if they're a Champions League team, but they are nothing more than a Conference League team. They're horrible, bro. Like, it was so bad. Everyone in it was better off by themselves. Wade Barrett looked worse off, very forgettable. Rusev.
History at that point. The most talented, useless faction of all time. I'm not even joking. Now, you would think that the good guys would walk into WrestleMania, the ones that everyone loves, the ones that the company spent thousands of dollars on for their entrance, would walk into WrestleMania and beat this useless faction because they actually have a future together, right?
Bro, Del Rio felt like a mercenary at the time. Not even a mercenary. Mercenary actually does a great job. Del Rio just felt like he was collecting a check at the time, bro. So bad. League of Nations. Bro, don't even feel like this was 8 years ago? Yeah, bro, I remember. It was a rainy day. I watched it the day after. Most NPC-filled faction. Yeah. It was horrible. All of them were better off. I remember rainy day, you watched the League of Nations win. Didn't give a damn. Sheamus faction WWE 12. That was way better than this.
Nah, let's have the League of Nations. What the hell was this? League of Boredom beats the New Day for absolutely no reason whatsoever, leaving every single person watching confused.
Horrible.
God forbid that the team that the people actually like, that actually has a future together, wins a match at WrestleMania, right? No, let's have this stupid faction that nobody cares about, let's have them win, just because then we can have legends come out and beat up the evil heels, which is fine, it is cool, but you're telling me you couldn't have had the New Day win and then get beat up by the heels after and do the same thing? No, and the stupidest thing all about all of this is the League of Nations, of course, lost the next night on Raw. And guess what happened? They kicked out one of their members. Yo, guys, why is everything happening on Monday Night Raw? Why is everything happening on the USA Network? What are we doing here then? Why couldn't the New Day have won this match? It doesn't make any sense. And it just gets even more confusing as the show goes on, because after this, it was then time for the most disappointing WrestleMania match of my life up until that point. Just like this night, this match is also infamous. It's
Notice how he said up to that point. He's obviously mentioning WrestleMania 34. But about this match, I actually had high hopes for this. By the way, you actually reminded me of something. Let me show you guys something. So, I was hyped for WrestleMania 32, I remember very well. Just wait up. Let me show you guys something. At the time, where is this load? I remember I was hyped. I made these a long ass time ago. Bro. This is old as hell. I made a bunch of these designs during that time. I was so hyped for WrestleMania, bro. I was actually hyped for WrestleMania 32. Remember this? Well, not remember this. I was hyped. I made all these designs. I was hyped. They're horrible, but I was hyped. I thought it was gonna be a good event.
Lesnar versus Ambrose in a street fight, and this was a match that was so hyped going into this. This was a match that I would have put my money on and be like, yeah, that's the match that's gonna tear the house down. I
think the reason why the match wasn't good, they brought all these weapons, number one, and it was short. All they had to do was have Dean Ambrose sell moves. That's it. Brock Lesnar wasn't gonna take damage or anything. He just beat his ass up. Not the way they did it, though.
This was a match that probably half of the fan base thought this was their main event. You had a beast, you had a crazy man, you had no rules, and the match literally wrote itself. And you would think this would be epic, this would be special. Nah, instead we get a match that fans like to pretend never even happened. What was supposed to be this crazy special brawl to elevate Dean and for Brock to come out looking like a monster again ended up being so disappointing and just left everyone looking like an idiot. Brock looked like an idiot, Ambrose looked like an idiot, us the fans looked like idiots. The match was 13 minutes long. That's it. That's all I got. And it just felt like 10 minutes was Brock destroying Moxley, just throwing him around, which is fine. Makes sense if the match is 20 minutes and the guy actually fights back. But no, they literally had the formula in their hands. We had seen Punk versus Lesnar just 3 years before this, and that blew all of us away. Just copy and paste the match, put it here, and everybody wins. But nah, instead, we got nothing. Literally nothing special at all. Brock apparently didn't want to do anything, Dean was down for anything, and the higher-ups decided to just give him 13 minutes, get in, get out, go home.
Bro, I was just deflated. You're out here spitting blood during the match, bro. I was just deflated when it happened. I was like, that's it? I'll never forget, bro. I'll never forget. This match finished, I was like, that's it? It felt like you were going to wait for an anticipating moment and just ended like that. That's the problem with this match. You were waiting, just faded like, boom. Like, huh? It was weird, bro.
This match was a bamboozle of the highest form. This match was one of the few legit draws of the night. Lesnar in a street fight, that was gonna get people to tune in, and you add in Ambrose, the crazy mother Canucker, it was guaranteed to be awesome. But nah, here's a few suplexes and absolutely zero drama. I wasn't asking for Moxley to use a chainsaw or something, but there was zero effort here, and if Lesnar didn't want to do anything, then the higher-ups are clowns for not at least getting a little bit more out of him. You're still his boss at the end of the day. But then again,
Wait. He said you're still his boss at the end of the day. You guys saw those documents, right? Brock Lesnar is the boss of his own self. You should do Brock, which was better, 00 or 10s. 2000s. I could chill for it, though, if I were to do it.
He probably didn't care, and that's where this pattern comes to light. No matter what the match was, other than the opening match, something just did not feel right on this night. Whether it's AJ versus Jericho being good, but having a deflating ending and winner, whether it's the New Day losing, whether it's Lesnar and Ambrose just being straight up disappointing, everything they were doing, something just fell off about it. Even the biggest highlight of the show match-wise, the match of the night, the generational match where 3 women tore the house down at Mania, and really showed it was a new generation of women's wrestling, even that left the fans kind of deflated. Sasha, Becky, and Charlotte tore the house down, right? This was the first women's match on a main roster pay-per-view, let alone a WrestleMania, where I was like, okay, whoa, the game is changing. And you have 2 women who are really popular in Sasha and Becky, who have yet to be crowned on the main stage. The fans are begging for either one of them to win, but especially Sasha, who got a Snoop Dogg entrance.
Bro, you know what I hate about this storyline? It's the fact that these 3, during this time period, not later on, during this time period, they never had a single match that was better than their NXT ones. Their NXT matches were so off the charts. Like in terms of something that I was actually looking forward to. Missing John Cena. Yeah, that didn't hit. I felt bad for Sasha.
And just came off as such a star. And after putting on such an amazing match, everybody wanted either one of them to win. What happens? Charlotte wins, LOL. Yo, what is this? Why are you guys doing this? She's already been champion on the main roster, right? She literally walked into Mania as the champion. She's gonna win like 1,500 more titles after this. Why couldn't anyone else win? The fans were literally begging for anyone but her. So even the match of the night, which is a borderline classic, even that has an ending that makes the crowd depressed in some way. They end the greatest women's match at Mania at that point with the same Ric Flair help Charlotte ending they had been doing for months. So yo, now you've had 4 matches in a row at WrestleMania where the heels have gone over. 3 of them had clear-cut fan favorites who the fans wanted to see win, and the other match, even though everyone knew Lesnar was winning, is one of the most disappointing WrestleMania matches ever. Fam, the curse was supposed to be for the build-up, not the actual show itself. Guys, you gotta remember, it's fake. You control the outcomes on the show. You don't need to make everyone depressed. We were already depressed with the build, but not every match the fans are just getting clapped, and then it hits you. This is the Vince McMahon WrestleMania Revenge Tour.
Oh, hell
After
no.
2 years of having to switch up plans and matches and...
Bro, I was going crazy. Remember how... This is crazy. Remember how Titus O'Neil was like ladies first when they were going to the back and he suspended him for 2 months? What the hell? Bro was like, you're getting Roman, whether you like it or not. You're getting Brock Lesnar in a dull match. You're getting this and that, and you're going to enjoy it.
Folding from having Bryan win at WrestleMania 30, having Roman not being crowned last year, and many other decisions being changed due to the fans. So you know what? Charlotte's winning, New Day is losing. AJ Styles, we have big plans for you, but you still have that TNA Japanese stench on you, so you gotta lose your first big match, pal, before we can build you up. And oh, you guys wanted violence? You guys wanted Ambrose to go crazy? Nah, here's Brock beating him for 90% of the match, and you're...
Maybe. I'm not guaranteed. The way he said depressed was hilarious.
Gonna love it. And we already knew what was gonna go down in the main event. WrestleMania 32 legit became the Vince McMahon Revenge Tour. And it gets even more blatant. I bring you the Shane McMahon versus Undertaker in a Hell in a Cell match. Okay, so I'll say this. I low-key will always have a soft spot for this match. The vibes here were simply...
I'm not gonna lie, I actually got bored out of my mind watching this. They did redeem themselves in the end, though.
Immaculate. From the entrances to the hype of it being in a cell, the fact that Shane was back, you know, like the crowd was so into this, and I loved it so much. This was a match that easily could have been the main event and nobody would have complained, and that says a lot because this match had the stupidest storyline going into it. But whatever, I like this match. I look back at this match fondly. It was epic. Yeah, it's a little slow at times, but it worked. And of course, Shane did what everyone wanted him to do. He jumped off the top of the Hell in a Cell, YOLO, didn't care. Why not, right? Not the side.
This was actually shocking at the time because they never did a spot like this in years, bro. You guys remember the last time they did this? I don't. Freaking Armageddon 2000 or something.
Not the Mickey Mouse stuff we always see. He legit jumped off the top of a Hell in a Cell like he's an action figure, like he's in a video game. He jumped off the top of the Hell in a Cell for the industry so his kids could love him, so his dad could love him again. And Taker at this point still felt like Taker. Yeah, he was old, but he still had something left in him, and he wasn't fully washed like how he would be a year later. Should have this been 30 minutes? Definitely not. But what annoys me is it's not really the length of the match. It's, you know, it's not how slow it was at times. It's the fact that Shane McMahon should have won this match.
What about the lockbox?
Now I know what you're gonna say. It's Taker at Mania. How can Shane win after jumping off the cell and die? Listen, I don't know, and I don't care. I don't care if Shane jumped out of the airplane without a parachute when he was flying to Dallas for the show. His dead body still should have won. The storyline going into this was Shane was back to save the company from Vince and Steph, and if he won the match, he was going to be able to run Monday Night
Three
Raw.
parts.
And Vince in the storyline used the Undertaker as a tool to destroy his own son and make sure that doesn't happen. So Taker was low-key being used for heel activities, and Shane was just so over. Shane was the more popular guy on that night, and it might sound crazy because yeah, it was probably 50-50, I wouldn't say more over, but the fans were so happy to see Shane back, and the whole crowd was really behind him. And as much as the people loved Taker, the fans wanted to see Shane run Raw. They wanted him to win, and they wanted him to be the change, and it was clearly the right decision. And you know how
That was probably the lockbox. Yeah, that's probably the lockbox. It was so goofy. They used to talk about it and like just disappeared.
It was the right decision because even though he lost, Vince gave him power the very next night on Monday Night Raw. Which once again, it's like, what are we doing here? Why is everything getting backtracked on Raw? Like, yo, I get it. It's the Undertaker WrestleMania. You still want to hold up a little bit of his reputation. You don't want to
Yeah, Raw next night was amazing, bro. I actually remember more of that show than this one.
make him look like a total bum losing to Shane. But then why have this stipulation in the first place? Why tease the fans that, hey, you're finally going to be free of the authority after all these years? Shane's here to save you. Why do that and not deliver on it? Like, it's hard to put into words how tired people were of the authority, and this was a way out. This was perfect. But no, it's not happening. Sorry. Shane McMahon literally jumped off the top of the cell to get his dad to love him again, but Vince still couldn't let him win, even though he gave him what he wanted storyline-wise the next night anyway. I can't, like, what is this? What are these decisions? Even the fans right after this match happened were so confused. I was able to find a Reddit post about this match right after it ended, and all you can see in the comments are, I don't understand a single booking decision being made tonight. Literally, none of the build-up to Mania in most of these matches
Bro, I gotta go back to my old Reddit account.
mattered. So are we not going to have any good outcomes this pay-per-view?
I used to upvote all of this stuff all the time back then. I haven't. Damn.
Like, no, you're not. This is the Vince McMahon revenge tour, ladies and gentlemen. His own son isn't even safe. It's like, yo, if you don't want Shane to win, then okay, don't put that stipulation in. I have never seen a show get sabotaged like this in my life. I'm not saying reverse all the decisions, okay? You can keep some, but
Bro, he's pissed. They should have. If they were gonna do it that way, should have came out and been like, that was the test. You earned my respect. You earned more of my respect, or something goofy. Why'd they wait till the next night?
every single match other than the opener having a glaring flaw is wild. Fam, the New Day in a tag team match, it didn't even matter, couldn't get a win. Of course, everyone else was gonna get clapped. It was beyond cooked. Literally sabotaging the biggest show of the year, because why not? Because I'm tired of being a pushover. But alright, whatever, it's done. Okay, all the matches are done. There's only one match left. It's been 3 hours and 30 minutes of this. Let's just wrap it up and, you know, on to the next one. Let's just move on. Nah, let's do the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. 3 hours and 30 minutes into the show. What the hell? What is wrong with you people? Why?
Yo, you guys remember when Shaq came out to Panda? And then he confronted Big Show, Big Battle? I knew Baron Corbin was gonna win though.
Why are we having these jobbers come out? It's been 3 hours and 30 minutes. You know, it's fine. Whatever, it's happening. Can't do anything about it. Maybe at least a fan favorite can win. Someone that can actually make us happy. You know, all night we've been having these winners that don't make us happy. Maybe someone can win. No, Baron Corbin's winning. Great. You know what? Thank you. Awesome. Amazing. Okay. I can't wait to tell my kids about the time I was really depressed watching wrestling, and then they had Baron Corbin win to cheer me up. I can't wait. I'm done. The show went on, and it was then time for the yearly WrestleMania Rock promo. Oh man. This promo, this segment, whatever the hell you want to call it, is so bittersweet for me. The Rock comes out almost 4 hours into the show and cuts a promo after using a flamethrower, after the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders do a routine, and it eventually ends up being a segment where the Wyatts come out. There's a 6-second match with Rowan because he's the only one that's not injured, and then Cena comes to save the day, you know, makes his appearance, and whatever. And I'm like, I'm so 50-50 on this because
Bro, I forgot everything.
I love this. I love the fact that I got to see Cena and the Rock team up and do their...
Alright, let me explain the problem with this segment. 40 minutes or whatever. This guy came out the flamethrower, all the goofy stuff. Rock, blah, blah, blah. 20 minutes. He had to talk for 20 minutes on a big-ass show in the middle, near the end of it. So, yeah. I can tell Tony's really pissed. The thing with this show is it doesn't even piss me off. It gets me tired when I talk about it. Like, when I hear WrestleMania 32, I'm like, It's not like, Just... You lose energy. I lose energy when I hear the mere mention of WrestleMania 32.
thing. It was fun. It was exciting. It was an unexpected
Yeah,
treat.
Rock does.
But the other part is, it was 4 hours into the show. What are you doing this 4 hours into a show? It was so draining. I almost fell asleep. And this literally came at a point where the fans were begging. They were begging for the show to be over soon. And if there wasn't a battle royal, you know, it would be fine. And if there wasn't a main event that nobody really wanted, it would be fine. But no, we had the battle royal. And after this, we had a match that we didn't want to see. And we're just sandwiched here, you know, watching The Rock talk about hillbillies and inbreds. But whatever, we survived. I survived, and it was finally time for the godforsaken main event. It was finally time for the show to end, and we could finally go home and just go to sleep and pretend like the show never happened. Wait, there's only one match left. Why is there still around 50 minutes left in this show?
I'm not gonna lie to you guys. This is the first time I've ever mentioned this. The first time I watched WrestleMania 32, which was the next day. Listen to this. I actually skipped this match. I went to the very end of it to see the result. I skipped this match, bro. I actually skipped this match. I went near to the very end almost, where Triple H spear with the sledgehammer or something like that. Then Roman won. I skipped it. I had no interest in watching it because Triple H was very slow and Roman was like a slow wrestler as well. They weren't going to mesh well, so I knew it wasn't going to be good.
Just when you thought this Mania couldn't get more brain damage, just when you thought this Mania couldn't get more stupid, it was time for Triple H versus Roman Reigns in the main event of WrestleMania, and they were going to take up 40 plus minutes. This has to be...
Listen, they actually had a good build, I'm not going to lie, but I just wasn't interested because, like I said, slow wrestler, especially when it's Triple H in the year 2016, it's not going to work, bro. That was the problem.
On the Mount Rushmore of worst planned matches of all time.
Indeed.
4 hours into a Mania, let's have a 5-minute video package. Let's have a 7-minute Triple H entrance, which involves 2 minutes of Steph in a dominatrix outfit verbally assaulting us. Another 5 minutes for Roman to come out to the ring. And then, okay, whatever. The Mania festivities are done. At least it's just time for the match now, right? So you would assume in a match that nobody really wants, that's taking place 4 hours into a show where everyone knows the ending of the match anyway, that you would plan the match so that both of you just go all out, right? You go crazy, don't give time for the crowd to rest, have the crowd going wild the whole time. Honestly, spam finishers at this point, just brawl everywhere. 10 to 13 minutes of fast-paced action where you make it so fun that the crowd just ends up like, you know what, that wasn't that bad, right? That makes sense. Fast-paced, quick action. No.
I'm gonna tell you why. This was right before Goldberg came in. They didn't actually do those fast-paced main events, bro. You look at every main event from before Survivor Series 2016, I don't think there was a single main event that ends in less than 8 minutes. Or 10 minutes. And they weren't going to do in the main event WrestleMania, unfortunately, for this one. Well, it is what it is.
Let's have a 27-minute match filled with rest holds and limb targeting like it's WCW in 1988. Why are you doing this? Was the worst combination of a main event I've ever seen in my life. And I'm not even talking about Triple H. You have Vince, who is on his revenge tour, who's not letting anyone stop him from having Roman Reigns being crowned champion to end WrestleMania, combined with Triple H, who for some reason cannot read the room and thinks he's 1988 Ric Flair, ready to prove that he can have a great old school match with anyone, out here doing limb work 4.5 hours into a show. 27 minutes. Why the hell was this 27 minutes? Yo, why was this WrestleMania the longest WrestleMania of all time up until that point?
It was.
Why was this the last match? Like, I get it, you want to cement Roman as champion, but why would you want your Mania to end with the fans booing and rejecting your main event winner, who is supposed to be a good guy? JBL is literally calling this match on commentary and ends the show saying, there's celebrations all over the world for Reigns. Mago, listen, does this sound like a celebration to you? The delusion, the revenge tour was in full force. Yo, what was this show? What the hell was this show? To go from Mania 30...
Bro, he's about to die from this show. Oh my god. I remember it though. You guys didn't like it, most of you. I'm not gonna say everyone, you know. But I remember, man, it was so long. I remember 11 a.m. to like 5 p.m. and I skipped the main event. It was so long. I just thinking of, oh my god. He's about to collapse from it. I'm having freaking PTSD thinking about it. It's not a good one.
31 to this show and compare and contrast it's insane. It doesn't make any sense. And I know the show was cursed, right? I know everyone was injured. I said in the beginning,
Yeah.
but what they did on this night was a travesty. The
Indeed.
card that they managed to create for this Mania was a solid, fun card despite all the hiccups, despite all the injuries. People were still excited for this. People still wanted this. 100,000 people paid to watch this live, and this is how you repaid them. Every match,
did yourself a favor,
the first
bro.
one left you feeling some type of way. 5 hours of a senile old man sabotaging the biggest wrestling show of the year because he could. It is so sad too because this Mania is often talked about as one of the worst WrestleManias of all time, and I get it, it's 5 hours, it's boring. It's not a good show, right? But if they just changed a few things, right, and I'm not even talking about fantasy booking, I'm not talking about injuries or anything, if they just fixed a few things, like had some winners that the fans actually cared about, if they didn't have Roman and Triple H go on last for 27 minutes, just imagine how much better this Mania could have been. After all the injuries and hiccups, this Mania could have been a storybook ending. It would have been such a good story of, wow, look how the company dropped a banger against all odds. So many injuries, so many hiccups, so many catastrophes. But on WrestleMania night, they came together and they put on a classic.
Maybe.
Instead we get the Vince McMahon WrestleMania Revenge Tour. This is a war crime. What was this show? There was no reason for this show to ever end up being one of the worst WrestleManias of all time. Absolutely zero reason. But it is. I can't.
But Roman's the GOAT. Listen, I'm going to tell you one of the reasons Roman can't be the GOAT. It's because of the fact that his WrestleMania stats aren't that good. He has 31, 31 and 38. Well, actually 37. 31, 37, and 39.
I hate the show even more now. Great. 8 years later, I hate the show even more than I did in 2016. I'm done. I don't want to talk about this anymore. In the comments down below, let me know, what are your memories of WrestleMania 32? What do you remember about this? Were you disappointed? Did you end up liking it?
Such a waste of the stadium, bro. This show's entire waste, bro. It was so... Hey. Like, a lot of the matches on the show weren't even that bad. I remember it. Remember it very well. Zack Ryder winning was shocking, bro. It was amazing. Visca Barca. Why Barca?
Yeah, I get some people are going to be nostalgic about this. This might be your first WrestleMania. This might be from your childhood. I get that. But just logically look at this. There's no way with a straight face you can tell me that this was a good Mania. You can have a soft spot for it. But this was a travesty. But either way, let me know down below. Can't wait to read it all. It's your boy Pat.
W video. Shout out to the GOAT. Well, not... Alright, I'm glazing, but... You know what's more traumatic than this? You know what's more traumatic than this WrestleMania? Listen to this for a moment and tell me it's not more traumatic. Alright? Bro. Whenever I think of this era, I always think of this song. This is always the first song on my mind. Why? Because he was getting pushed so damn hard. Damn. They pushed him so hard. Oh my god. Damn. Alright, what's the next video? You send me something? We might watch it. Well, let me check Twitter. The big dog. Bro, that's depression in a nutshell. You hear that. And then you hear Michael Cole shilling for the event. What a Survivor Series this was. Thank you and good night. Oh, and what about this one? What about this one? You guys got this one? This one's good and bad, but sometimes it was bad. Nobody can challenge me. Then you hear this. And then he wins the Universal title. Has a freaking part-time run. Oh my god. This era was... It's so weird. It was good and bad. It was more bad though. I'm not gonna lie. Let's see this video. Renaissance Era. You guys want me to watch the Super Kick video? Have you watched Stash Club Wrestling? I heard of them. Imagine going to work and then getting off. WrestleMania 32 is still going on. Yeah, that probably happened to someone for sure. I actually assumed that happened to someone. You guys want? I'm gonna watch the Super Kick video. I saw Dante watch it, which I thought was crazy. 2018 PTSD. Oh my god, it was a nightmare, bro. Like, I actually stopped. Listen, I'm gonna say it again. I actually stopped watching during this era It's not like if you don't like it, stop watching. I actually stopped watching. I don't remember much from that time period, bro. I don't remember much. I'm trying to think back to it. I don't actually remember much. I only remember the big stuff. All right, let's do this. Drill music.
World Wrestling Entertainment in their years and years of existence has firmly been defined by eras, time frames in the company's history where different stars defined their image. They crossed over into the mainstream and they created moments which are still replayed till this very day. Each era has an accompanying cast of marquee attractions and reasons to exist. From 1997 to 2002 was the Attitude Era. Then came the Ruthless Aggression Era from 2002 to 2008. This was followed by the PG Era. Then came the Reality Era, followed by the New Era. With each name that the company was given for their various time frames, it felt as though WWE from a television standpoint was growing more and more out of touch with their fan base. Yes, there was some good stuff here and there, but fans were just waiting for an improvement. But that turn in the right direction
I'm gonna say it right now.
would just never come. The moments the
let me say this. Listen, bro. I'm gonna tell you one of the reasons why I watched WWE back in 2015-18. It was the matches. It was not the stories, bro. I'm telling you, it was not the stories. The matches actually got better, but the stories were they were at an all-time worst point, bro. It was so bad. It was a snooze fest. It's like, oh, they got this story. How they gonna mess it up? That's literally the first thought in your mind. But then you're like, hey, it might be a good match. And sometimes it was. It actually was a bad match. It was not good, bro. And I'm not going to see nostalgia merchants be like, oh, this was the good era. There was nothing good about 2018 WWE. There was nothing good.
Unpredictability, it was few and far between. At the end of the 2010s, it felt like World Wrestling Entertainment was hell-bent on self-sabotage and alienating their fan base, lacking a structure, missing out on top talent, coasting by with their pay-per-views, and failing to deliver fans the stars that they wanted at the top. Go back to 2018 or 2019 and it looked like the WWE was doomed to fail forever. Entering the 2020s, the WWE has finally found their way again. The company has gone through an overhaul from the top down, from new ownership and ideologies to pushing the new wave of superstars. The company has seen a massive turn under Nick Khan and Triple H, where fans are finally enjoying the WWE for the first time in a long time. The company's had a resurgence across multiple facets, from how the company is building up talent, a new vision for media, and even a complete overhaul of their developmental to fit into a grand scheme of an overall plan that seems to be clicking. After some really tough years for fans which were filled with frustration,
Remember this? Remember this? I'm gonna get vaccinated so I can avoid you dirty ass weirdos. It was crazy. There was some times where it was so out of touch. Just let him talk. You know,
television and spite booking at times, the company has gone through a renaissance. By its literal definition, renaissance means rebirth, and a rebirth has happened within the WWE. And you may think the simple answer is Triple H taking over, but there's all these little pieces that make up a much bigger picture that finally has the company clicking. So let's rewind back.
This music, bro. This music came from out of nowhere.
In 2020, WWE hired Nick Khan as their president and chief revenue officer. Khan came into the WWE after working for CAA as their co-head of television. The company hired a seasoned media mogul who brought in a different philosophy on television. He came into the company and changed how the WWE distributed their content and operated their biggest pay-per-views. Earlier in 2020, WWE had parted ways with George Barrios and Michelle Wilson, who had been with the company for 11 years. When asked about why this happened, Vince McMahon said the company wanted to focus on growing the value of their content and that the decision was based on a different view of execution over areas of focus. Dumbing that down, Vince didn't think they were focusing on where the money was, and he had a different view on what they should be doing. In came Khan and immediately changed the company. By the following year, Peacock became the official home for the WWE's content.
Peacock. Peacock's so bad. Oh my god. The interface is trash. If any of you got Peacock, I know some of you do. It's so bad. Like, I go on the app. You want to watch something, it's laggy, it's plotting. They got the WrestleManias and seasons. They don't got year stuff. It's so bad, bro. Like, I just want to chill in 2002 or something, and it's not good. There's nothing good about it.
Library in the US. They entered a multi-year agreement with NBC Universal and were able to settle on a $1 billion rights agreement. The company launched the WWE Network back in 2014 with hopes that it would seamlessly fit into the streaming landscape, even though it hadn't exploded yet. Think the WWE's version of Netflix, a signature app that had content upon content for a bargain of a price. This was going to be big time, and for some time it was, but as time went on, those subscriptions started to flatline and even drop. The company made the decision to sell those rights. Essentially, the thought was, where can we plop the WWE logo and have more fans see it? If they couldn't have people coming to them, then they'd go to them on a bigger platform. Nick Khan spearheaded that and was able to make the best of a downtrending situation, and it was his business savvy that helped get that deal done. But where the company has really changed since his hire is their pay-per-views. Go back to 2018 or 2019 and pick a pay-per-view, chances are you'll feel like you're watching a glorified version of Raw or SmackDown. Now their roster is the strongest that it's been in years, and the company is putting on some huge cards, but they do it in bigger venues and different markets. Going back a few years, there would be very few shows that were inside football stadiums or baseball parks.
Bro, I like the UFC formula they do. That's the best part of it. UFC formula, where they got a hometown hero, they have a main event to show. They should have let Bad Bunny main event Backlash, I think. But you get what I mean, you know? They got the hometown hero like Rhea Ripley, main event her show, big stuff. They go to another stadium. It's nice like that. They're going to France in a month and a half. See? France, bro. They got to bring Baron Corbin, of course, but it's going to be nice. I hope they go to PR again. They should go to freaking Brazil. Now, I think that would be cool.
Now there's more of those which give it a grander feel, and that goes hand in hand with what I mentioned earlier. The biggest change has actually come with WrestleMania. The grand feeling that came with WrestleMania has finally been restored for the past couple years, and why it's working is the two-night structure that the show now has. Again, go back to those shows in 2017, 18, 19, close to the 5-hour mark.
Hey, don't let wrestling you see this image. It's gonna have a
for almost all of them in terms of runtime. WrestleMania, though it was one of the biggest shows in the world, at times felt like a chore to watch, and it lost its sparkle. Instead of being a showcase of the best storylines and matches, it became this 5+ hour marathon where the company crammed as much as they could onto one show. So you'd usually get lukewarm critical reviews once these shows were done. Since Khan came in, WrestleMania has expanded to a 2-night format, night 1 Saturday and night 2 Sunday, which allows for more breathing room, makes the show much more digestible, and also gives the company the ability to space out their big matches. It was a change that at first seemed odd, but now seems reasonable that it happened. This change has led to more ticket sales, partnerships, and big-time matches. The rejigging of what and where a pay-per-view should be since 2021 is what's worked, and that falls under Khan, who is a key piece in WWE exploring these different markets. Also, pay-per-view fatigue doesn't seem to be a thing anymore. They don't have a pay-per-view every month just for the sake of doing it. You don't need a TLC in December to fill a spot on the calendar, because if you end off your schedule in November, then the next one isn't until the Rumble in January, which fans will be hungry.
Bro, what is this comment? WWE eventually let TikTok thoughts join because they're lazy nowadays to find real talent. Bro, if I see someone like Ruby Rose or someone in red, nah, that'll be the end of it. Logan Paul, even that was weird, but at least he's a great wrestler. But your comment was crazy. It caught me off guard.
For no doubt. SummerSlam went from arenas to stadiums. The WWE started to do more international shows, and all that came under the eye of Nick Khan. That hire in 2020, though simple for most fans, has had an unseen effect on the WWE. WWE, for their entire existence, has also been able to maintain connection to the entertainment industry.
Don't you know TikTok is getting banned? Yeah, but they're getting it banned for some other reasons.
Industry, because at the core of it, they are an entertainment company. Music
They're gonna
and
get
television
Twitter
helped the
girls
WWE
then.
launch WrestleMania and get to new heights. But there was a point where it felt like the WWE was trying their absolute hardest to hold on to that
Indeed.
relationship with the mainstream. Problem being, there was a huge disconnect between what they thought worked and what actually.
Bro, I don't care what you say. I don't care. This was mad entertaining. I don't care. Oh, this was trash. I don't care, bro. I don't live for your opinion. I love this. This was very entertaining. It was so goofy. It was a train wreck, a very entertaining one at that. I loved it. Like, bro, I remember that day very well. They were like, oh, BBB. It was the first time in years that I seen WWE was actually hip with something and on the point. They got Big Baller Brand. They got LeVar Ball, his sons LaMelo, LiAngelo, and, of course, bro, I forgot the main guy's name. But they got the Ball Brothers, bro. They got the Ball Brothers, and I loved it. It was a very entertaining segment. It's goofy, I know.
Worked. The company brought in stars like Snooki, Jerry Springer, and Kevin Federline to continue to show that they were still relevant. Heck, they had an entire era of their flagship show have a cast of changing celebrity guest hosts to maintain that relationship so very desperately. Sometimes it was good, most times it was bad, and sometimes it was flat out cringe-inducing. But those celebrities didn't really do much for the WWE in the grand scheme of things. What's a one-off appearance really going to add, aside from your hardcore fans rolling their eyes at some very forced segment? Now this is a model that the company has ironed out. They finally figured out how to incorporate names from the outside. Whereas before the goal was, let's just bring in these guys and use them in a segment for a bit, maybe force them to wrestle even though they have no intention.
Bro, remember how hostile people were to Bad Bunny when he debuted? I remember I was like, this guy's eventually going to come in because he loved wrestling, bro. I discovered him, like, at the end of 2017, and every time, like, you saw him, he held a wrestling title or made a wrestling reference. So I knew he was bound to come. He understands stuff as well. What's the chat? I loved it too, yeah. Premier, what's your favorite Raw stage? Yeah, it's Lonzo, yeah. I said it earlier. What's your favorite Raw stage? The 06 one. Premier, do you like the Raw intro song? I think they should change it to Across the Nation. Across the Nation doesn't suit this era, bro. You gotta evolve. You know what I mean? There was a comment on here about Summer Rae. It doesn't pop up. I don't know where it went.
And they don't really care. Now they have them seamlessly fit into the company. At the top of this is Logan Paul, one of the biggest names in combat sports and multimedia. With him, he brings a reach of millions. His addition to the company seemed pretty harmless on the surface, but he's been able to give the WWE an exposure among young adults and fans who maybe don't follow the company but follow what Paul is doing, even if they're just hate watching the guy. The biggest tool he's got is his online reach and the ability to market. Just look at how many views his Impulsive podcast gets. It's these crossovers that are working and helping people like Seth Rollins be seen by those who wouldn't know who the guy is. And it's going both ways. The WWE gets eyes on them because people want to see what Paul's doing, and by working with him, guys like Cody and Seth are being put into this mainstream avenue where they get some more exposure than they normally would have because of the
JW, shout out for the donation. Thank you for the $5, bro. I don't got a sound effect on here. If I did, I would have played it. Thank you for that. Hey, yo, I disagree with you on WrestleMania 29. That was one of my favorite WrestleManias of all time, and the CM Rock 2 is legendary to me. Bro, I'm going to say it right now. I think I said in the video, I thought it was almost good. They went too far with the finishers. I probably understand why, because Rock got injured and stuff, but they did the most. The only guest host I like was Hugh Jackman, Snoop Dogg, and Bad Bunny Logan Paul. Okay. Shout out to you, JLW, though. Thank you for the
built-in fan base that he has. Even if the exposure is so simple as to, the wrestler that was on Logan Paul's podcast, it helps them get.
I think the reach comes from like the Twitter. Like I'm not like a business guy. I'm not gonna act like I know this stuff. I'm assuming people don't watch Logan Paul's matches. They see it on Twitter and stuff. Like they see a clip, they don't watch it, but it helps awareness more. It's not. I don't think Logan. Nah, I'm not going to say anything, but it's not like Logan Paul brings in millions of viewers. He brings in a lot of reach, though.
Get those names out constantly and not just for a one-off. What's an added bonus is Paul is a natural athlete and he's come into the WWE and made big-time waves. The believability factor is there because he can go in the ring. They've kept him a special attraction.
Bruh, the worst part about this is they limit him. They have to make him wrestle like a freaking heel. Headlock this. He's a high flyer. Why are you changing it up, bro?
Where he only wrestles at the biggest shows 2 or 3 times a year, and he's been great for the WWE. Instead of an ever-revolving door of people that serve a single-time purpose and that WWE fans couldn't care about anyways, they finally figured it out. Same thing goes for Bad Bunny, one of the most popular artists on the face of the planet. His appearances in the WWE have helped them garner huge mainstream headlines because he brings that worldwide reach. These guys both wrestle and do well, and again, it goes both ways. Fans care, so do media outlets. How do you pique someone's interest who won't watch the WWE? Here's someone you may know,
They haven't done
they're
this
actually
lately.
wrestling on our card, and they do it a few times. Opposed to here's a celebrity paraded out without any rhyme or reason, please put it on your website. Who are the ones that can land you on the big time publications? Who are the ones that can help make waves for it? Again, both Bad Bunny and Paul started appearing in 2021 under Khan's reach.
I think maybe
Bro, they gotta bring in Peso Pluma if they're gonna... They should have him manage Dom or something. He looks like him.
when we started even bringing in like Logan Paul and Bad Bunny into it, and just seeing like
Even Bad Bunny's match at WrestleMania, I guess his first real match at WrestleMania, I guess 37. That I feel like people were starting to go, oh, Bad Bunny's part of this.
Yep.
Oh, I haven't watched wrestling in a long time, or I've never watched wrestling, but I like Bad Bunny, so now I got to start watching.
yep.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. I know you guys... Listen, a lot of people just choose not to like wrestling because of the sentiment it brings. But straight up, let's be honest. Wrestling is probably the best or most unique form of popular entertainment out there, bro. Like, listen, no matter what, I'm always like wrestling. I like football and wrestling. Those are my 2 favorite things. But there's a lot of things about wrestling that I can't find anywhere else. That's what I'm saying. So basically the point I'm trying to say is a lot of people, they just choose not to like it without understanding it, why it's good. I know a lot of people make it embarrassing and make it corny or whatever, but it's just people don't give it a chance, you know? If people gave wrestling a chance more, there'd be more viewers. They just don't. I don't know why, but like when you watch Rock and Austin, just Rock and Austin. Amazing match. World-class talent facing each other, charisma, action, drama, all that. It's amazing. Yet a lot of people never get to experience that just because they choose not to, you know? All right. Enough of the yap.
Yeah, there's a lot of
She's a baddie.
eyeballs.
Been
on
known.
what
Lots.
you guys are doing.
Like you said, more now than ever.
Overhaul seems to be the word of the video, and I'll continue diving into it with NXT, which was another necessary step that needed to happen in order for things to become one functioning machine. The NXT brand has been around for over a decade, and what initially started as the company's replacement for the ECW revival became a cult classic among fans who were jaded with the WWE's main roster. The focus on Raw and SmackDown was the big, jacked up dudes who were the textbook definition of wrestlers, and stories that felt like they changed course every minute. Meanwhile, on NXT, they had a different in-ring product, a product that a lot of fans wanted to see. They were slower with their storytelling. You had to look for those Easter eggs, and they kept rewarding you for following the product. The brand had their peak from 2015 to 2019, so you can imagine the outrage that came in 2021 when everything was stripped away and the super indie once again transitioned into becoming a farm system. The focus became less on short-term gain and instead creating future stars that had the star power and athleticism to become big names in the WWE. And early on, it was a tough watch. Nickelodeon NXT was rough because they stripped it all down entirely. They wanted to do things their way, and looking back at it now, I mean,
I didn't hate Nickelodeon NXT, I'm not gonna lie. I liked the CW NXT. I don't know why. I just liked it because it's so simple. It was very different. You know what I mean? It was very different to the main roster. It was very different to the black and gold. I do wish they did keep elements of the black and gold, but it's much better now. So what I said actually came out to be true.
and I said it back in 2021 too, but it's a step that needed to happen. The rebrand came out of left field, but it's since settled nicely. It has a nice blend of young wrestlers, some stars from the main roster, and the in-ring quality that fans loved back in the black and gold days. Again, another overhaul done by Triple H and Nick Khan.
What we want to make sure is easy for folks who want to be WWE superstars is figuring out how to become WWE superstars. So if you think of the life of an elevated athlete throughout their career, the opportunity to go play somewhere has always been easy. Being able to play somewhere is not. That's what's hard. But if you're an amazing high school football player, colleges come after you, you get recruited, you go into their system, and either you make it or you don't make it. Again, all that it takes to get there, very difficult. But the system, not difficult from my point of view. So we want our system to be an easy system where people who want to be superstars, they know how to get to us and we can get to them. We don't want to just keep doing that same thing. We want to look elsewhere for great young talent.
If you streamline your developmental, if you make...
I want to mention this. I saw it on Twitter like yesterday. They were talking about how WWE in 10 years, this is what's goofy. They said in 10 years it's going to struggle because they changed like their philosophy. They don't sign a lot of indie wrestlers and they're going to suffer later on. Not indie wrestlers, but wrestlers outside that are established like Will Ospreay and there. I don't believe that, bro. For them, it's cheaper to find a homegrown talent like Bianca Belair to develop than just bringing someone else for $1 million and stuff. That's number one. Number two, WWE is always there. If Will Ospreay accomplishes a lot at his young age right now, I believe he's like 26 or 27, he could literally come in 5 years from now and have another run, but in WWE. So it's always there. I just don't understand the sentiment. If you know what I'm talking about on Twitter, but they basically said, oh, them not signing talent will hurt them, which I don't agree with.
Make it simple, it works. A key branch off from what he said is the WWE Next in Line program, where the company recruits college athletes and gives them the option of becoming WWE superstars. So you could potentially have the next Brock Lesnar on your hands. And when looking at NXT, two of the big stars of the future are Braun Breaker, who came in from football, and Tiffany Stratton, who came in from a gymnastics background. Both completely molded by the WWE. Both wrestlers who look like pillars of the future. They came in with no wrestling training. They were built from the ground up, given time to find their way, display their athleticism, fail, figure out what works, what doesn't, and all the subtle nuances. That wouldn't have worked with the black and gold audience. They wanted the big veteran signings from ROH or New Japan. With AEW becoming the landing spot for a lot of those talents, black and gold really didn't need to continue to do the same thing. I link it back to sports. It's a farm system. And before that...
At that point, AEW was doing what NXT was doing in a better way. They had the setting. They had the attitude. Because even though NXT was NXT, it was still under WWE. With AEW, it was the alternative, not an alternative. You know what I mean? Like, even though NXT was an alternative, it wasn't a true alternative like AEW. That's what I'm saying.
That farm system had next to no connect with the actual big team. How are people going to get familiar with these guys if you don't give them a chance? How are they going to learn if they're just expected to be good in ring? How are they going to continue to sustain their success? And now there's a connection between the farm system and the big team. When they have Braun Breaker appear a few times on Raw, they give Carmelo Hayes a shot. Tiffany Stratton was working with Becky Lynch, and they're slowly weaving them in. Here's our prospects, and here's a little tease. They're young, they're building up, and soon they'll be on the main roster. Remember way back when they didn't even do that, Vince would get his hands on someone from NXT and have no idea what to do with them. He would just see someone, have no idea what they're about, and repackage them. That instead is happening in NXT. So it again comes back to things fitting together properly, and those call-ups are not fumbled anymore. It's the biggest connect that the two sides have had since that crop with Paige, Big E, the Wyatts, the Shield. That crop of talent was brought up nearly a decade ago, and they fumbled so many wrestlers in between that time. In the Renaissance era, though, the biggest change comes at the top. In 2022, Vince McMahon was forced to step down from his role in creative. Many fans had been beaten into submission at McMahon's philosophy of booking. Oftentimes random, poorly crafted, and nonsensical. He focused very heavily on part-time wrestlers of eras gone by, which sometimes put their health in jeopardy, and he sabotaged the progression of superstars of the future. To discredit Vince McMahon is completely wrong. I mean, without him, the company isn't as big as it is. The man is responsible for having a vision that no one else did. but he was disconnected with the changing times, disconnected with the fan base, and would coast by because, well, it was his company. The 2010s are the scapegoat in this video, and they'll continue to be. Under his watch, the company missed out on so many top stars by giving them lukewarm pushes before they'd fade into obscurity, and they'd essentially be the forgotten toy that was the shiny one for all of one episode of Monday Night Raw. With him, sometimes it would feel like you were being force-fed what he wanted to give you, while what you wanted was intentionally dangled in your face and not given to you.
It was boring,
now
bro.
with Triple H, that's completely changed. He's able to...
Yeah, but I'm gonna say this right now. This guy, they overrate him, bro. I'm not gonna lie. They overrate him, bro. It's better. It's better. But a lot of stuff Triple H does is questionable, too. It's not questionable like Vince, but it's still questionable.
To introduce talent slowly and keep them a constant on WWE TV. I made a video called the WWE's New Wave. In it, I discussed how people are finally getting a chance. There's an investment being made in stars who will carry the WWE now and ones that will be there for the foreseeable future. And again, linking it back to a sports team, it's about depth. How much depth can you create in your organization? It's about having those guys take over once the big guys are gone and building around that core. Building so you don't have another big dog situation where it's like, oh shoot, our top guy is on the way out. Let's strap a rocket to someone. Instead, here's those talents. Let's let them simmer and slowly they'll come up when the time is right. NXT fits into this plan. Call-ups are working, and wrestlers who are organically over are given the chance to prove why the WWE should run with them. It's a huge contrast to before, where molten hot acts would emerge, fans would be cheering their guts out, and they'd immediately be made to look like comedy acts because they didn't fit Vince's vision. It links back to what I talked about earlier. You need a connect from upper management and the talent, and right now that connect is there. Under Triple H's eye, the company has focused on doing what a television show should do, and that's storytelling. A key difference is instead of it being a 30-minute episode, it's one concurrent story that seems to have logical start and end points. He's also focused on giving fans a great in-ring product, which he was a huge fan of in NXT. The WWE finds himself in a similar situation to the Ruthless Aggression era, where they had stars of a previous generation plus ones that are slowly building up. And when that happens, you have limitless possibilities. Now, I do want to point out that not everything has been perfect under Triple H. There are...
Yeah, freaking Bobby Lashley, bro. This guy should challenge Roman Reigns. Where is he right now? Failed faction. Failed storylines. He's feuding with Kerry and Cross, and it's just going nowhere. Bro should be in the world title scene. I never understood it.
Are some people that give him blind credit without looking at his flaws, and he does have a lot of them, but at least there's structure. Under his watch, the WWE has been quite strong. Look no further than CM Punk. They were able to repair their relationship with CM Punk. Who knows, in an alternate universe where Vince is still around and the WWE is not the same, maybe his ego gets in the way and we don't get CM Punk back in the WWE. They're open to doing business with others and with other companies. They've also proven that acts from other companies can come in and be treated as big time. Cody is the key example. When he came back in 2022, people thought, all right, cool return. But the company proved that they could go out, get free agents, and have them immediately have a sustained impact. Cody's arrival into the WWE laid the foundation for others to come into the company. Being able to lure free agents into the company, I don't know if that would have happened a couple years ago. The last one that connects this whole thing together is Roman Reigns' heel turn. A heel turn that finally made him the top guy that it didn't feel like he was back in 2019 and even early 2020. The turn gave Roman the autonomy to tell his stories, and by virtue of him being the top heel, everything else just slowly built under the top star. If he was still a face, realistically, who would your top heel be? Would you have all these crazy moments? Would guys like Jay, Sammy, LA Knight continue to get that big time exposure if he wasn't there? Him being what he is has allowed Cody to become the face talent that the company desperately needed. If he was still a face, those two would be duking it out, and who knows if Cody would even be in that same position. So by virtue of having that top marquee name, that huge draw, Everything has built underneath while he's still the main attraction. The WWE era we're in is being called the Renaissance Era, and it makes sense. When you actually look at how well the WWE is functioning, it makes sense as to why things are clicking. A few years ago, it wasn't like this. Everything seems like it's intended with one company in mind. There's not this sense of just waiting for something to fall apart from an on-screen perspective. As fans, you don't feel like, okay, when are they just going to screw us over? The pay-per-views are fun. Everyone's getting a chance.
Remember
the
this?
WWE has developmental clicking with stars of the future ready to take over. WrestleMania is back, and they understand how to remain in the mainstream. Since 2021, the WWE has adjusted in various different assets, and small and simple tweaks, plus Triple H taking over in creative, has given the company new life for the first time in a long time. Though even the WWE's biggest defender can't say it's all perfect, because it's still not. It has gone through a big overhaul though. If you want great in-ring matches, they have it. If you want your soap opera pro wrestling characters, you have those too. If you want tag team wrestling, well, that's slowly being built up. The excitement, the unpredictability, and most importantly, the trust within the WWE and their fans is back. It's finally a well-oiled machine that's in working order, and that working order wasn't something that seemed possible at all a few years ago. Fans were just so hell-bent on crapping on the WWE, and let's be honest, they deserved it. They deserved every bit of that because they were churning out garbage.
Damn.
Now the company is finally back to being the sports entertainment giant. In the comments below, let me know, is this the best place that WWE has been in the past 15 years? What's working for you? What's not? What changes still need to be made? This is the fourth of a series that's almost happened on accident. I made a video talking about how garbage the WWE was at the end of the decade. There's one talking about the pay-per-views and how they've gone from chore to charm. And then the new wave of talent that the WWE is finally developing. So check.
W video, bro. W video. W video, bro. Bro made a wait up. I can't watch this right now. How did he make this though? I need to know how he formatted it. Oh, he did short. Cause like this video been crazy to make. But damn. What the hell? Damn. It's definitely not as good as always, but definitely way better than last day, bro. It's decent. Women's booking under Triple H. Yeah, the women's tag team titles are still cursed, bro. They're still horrible. Wait up. Hey, P, I gotta go need some sleep, bro. I gotta go too, bro. Ah! I pressed Twitter, bro, and thank God we didn't. Like, oh my God. Yeah, I'm not going on here at the moment. Yeah, we ain't going on there. Sorry. I think I'm gonna end stream here because I'm kind of tired too. Next video is either WrestleMania 30 or Jeff Hardy's TNA World Championship reign. No guarantee. I might change my mind. Could be anything. All I'm looking for is a longer video. And yeah, that's as simple as that. Cornette and WWE, I can't watch now, bro. My attention span is lost at the moment, and I have to give you guys content. I have to stream and give you guys actual content. I can't watch people's videos and not react to and stuff, and I'm kind of zoned out at the moment. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. You know what I mean? So if I were to watch a video right now, I'd be zoned out. Well, it's not yet. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. As I said, I'll be back with a video in a couple of days. Yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Peace. I'm out.